Good morning, guys, and welcome to Spurs Corner. I hope you guys are well. Hope your families are well, and you are all having a fantastic Saturday. Well, it's a morning here, so somewhere in the world it's probably afternoon and evening, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day, guys. And the North London derby is getting mighty closer, guys. How are you all feeling about that? Nervy, man. I always get there's three games that really get to me and make me nervy. Of course, the North London derby. Liverpool is another one, and West Ham. Chelsea used to get me to that, but it's getting to a point now we don't seem to get a result against them, home or away. So I've kind of made my peace almost with that one there. Of course, I should never do that, but you know what I mean? It gets to a point where you just take it, it's just going to be another lame day away at Chelsea or at home, because it just can't get a result against them. But those three games, Chelsea as well, but not as much anymore because I just made my peace with it. But those three other games are the ones that make me, more nervy about it. What opposition make you nervy when Tottenham play them? Let me know in your comments. I'll be interested to know where you guys are at with that. Before we talk about tomorrow's game, just something that I've read about Sadio Mané, one of the podcasts he was with Rio Ferdinand. And I know it's in the past now, but when you think back at it, he confirmed, Sadio Mané himself confirmed that he could have been a Tottenham player back in 2016, having practically told Pochettino, bring me there, bring me to Tottenham. Mane, this is actually, I'm quoting what he said. Pochettino called my agent to say he wanted me to come to Tottenham's training ground. I go to the training ground, I see the facility, I meet the coach. I talk to him. I was more convinced than the Man United project. I then go to... Listen to this bit. I then go to meet Pochettino. I say, make sure you agree everything with my agent and I will come to Tottenham. I went back home and 3 days later, Klopp called me. I immediately thought, this is my club. This is the right club. Of course, man. So to think we were inches away of having an attack that would have consisted of Kane, Son and Mane with Eriksen and Dele Alli. Oh, man alive. And this, the Spurs Bible word says, football can be so cruel. To haven't had so close, and there would always be rumours about Mane, but to actually now 100% coming out from the horse's mouth to say there was truth in that, and you all know who cock blocked that deal. Good riddance, man. Guys, let's move it on. I've got a massive cold. Let's move it on to tomorrow's game, and more so to our team. Let's focus more on our team. We've got Bergvall and Sarr available for selection for tomorrow's games. Sarr, obviously, we was a bit worried about the injury that he picked up in international break. Bergvall was due to the 21 days concussion. That's been done and is now available. Kudus was back in training. Of course, all the other injuries like Dragusin also back in training. Is very close now to being fit. That's another alternative we would have. Just not for tomorrow, but we will have him available very soon. Kudus was back in training. And more importantly, guys, I feel this is the one that I've been paying most attention to was Colin Wani. With a protective mask, he can be involved in tomorrow's game. I know it's not the same as playing without a mask, and I'm sure it'd be a bit, it's always weird when you have these accessories and how you can, how brave you are going up for a header, for example. But to me, having him available is a massive part of it. It gives us a little bit more options, just a bit more option in terms of the number 9 with Solanke being out. Richarlison would have been the only one available. So having him available up top for me is massive. Bergvall, Kudus, Sarr. Slowly, man, we're getting all our first team players back. We'll wait, of course, for Kulusevski. It'll be a little bit longer. He will add to that creativity. Xavi Simons coming from international duty, having scored that brilliant solo effort for Holland. Can he bring that? Hopefully, this is the part that we want to see as Spurs fan. Can he now bring that to Tottenham. Start adding to listen, with Xavi Simons, I thought he's shown signs of much improvement. I saw some good bits of Man United. Of course, there's still bits that he needs to improve on, no doubt about that. But if he can add to his game and just keep growing to the level that we know he's definitely they're talented enough to do it. It's just now need to be play with a bit more conviction and drive. And I think the more he does, the more he gets, more game time he gets, the more he will be able to do that. And if he can add goals to his game, then that would be just beautiful. At the back, with full strength with Romero and Van de Ven, Porro, Udogie and Spence. Obviously, 4 of those 5 will play. So it will be decided if it's going to be Spence and one of the other fullbacks. I think Porro will start in that game. And then it's just a question of, depending how he wants to play against Saka, who'll be playing at left back, their right wing against our left back. So do we play a bit more defensively with Spence there, or do we go with a bit more Udogie, who's also is good at propositioning himself in the final third? That would be an interesting one to watch. The midfield 3, who would it be? Palhinha, 100%. He has to be in there. Undroppable right now. Then Bentancur, Sarr, Xavi. That would be the choices in the middle of the park, I'd say. And wide areas. Kudus, will he make it in time? Will he make it to play a full game, or will he be impacting off the bench? So Johnson's in the running there. And of course, on the left-hand side, Odobert, I think, will probably be called on that in that spot, perhaps. And up front, like I said, it'd be Colin Wani or Richarlison. I feel like if they're good to go, I think Colin Wani is the one that has to start, in my opinion, with Richarlison alternating it if he hasn't got the full 90 minutes. And I feel like if Richarlison's going to do anything, it's going to be more impactful coming off the bench. That's the team and how it's looking. Certainly the choices that Frank has going into that game from that bunch of group of players to select the 11. You've got to be brave. I've said this in our Wednesday night stream, guys. We've got to go there with a straight back and be brave. You cannot just sit back and absorb. And if you're going to be playing a counter-attacking football, then you have to hurt them when the spaces and the opportunity arise. You can't be wasteful, because there's only so much defensively we can do. Try to not concede too many corners. I know Gabriel is not in the team, but they're still very dangerous from corners. So we have to be very, very attentive defensively from set pieces. For me, and I'll run this video off, guys. For me, the carbon copy has to be the way we played against Man City. We went at them. We pressed. They came up the high of the field, and we were just long balls into the channels. We was getting in all the time, and to be honest, in that particular game, we were deadly with the chances that we had. With Johnson scoring, Palhinha scoring, so we took our chances. These big games are decided in moments, and when they come, it's time to defend. It's time to play as a unit defensively, attack together, and hurt when it comes. But the approach into the game has to be one of going with a straight back, keep in the game for as long as possible, because often enough at the Emirates, man, the game's been over within half an hour. So, and then you've got 60, 70 minutes of just sitting there watching your team getting pummeled. We can't go with that approach. So hopefully, I would like to see a team to go there. Whatever the game plan is, stick with it, but go there, approach and believe in that you can get a result. Knowing fully well, the opposition's a very good side. They're challenging for the title. They've been the most consistent this season. There's all of that. They can't take it. If they're on their A game, it doesn't matter. But currently, they will get the points. There's not two ways about it. They have to drop off a little bit, but we have to make them drop a little bit. And in order to do so, you have to go there believing that you can get a result. I can't stress that more than I already have. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. Who would you like to see in the 11? How do we approach this game? Everything that I've discussed in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you smash a like to the channel. Spurs Corners growing in numbers. Make sure you're part of that and do so. Activate the bell so any notifications, any uploads will go straight to your device. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe to my channel, Iggy's Corner. Do that. Got lots of football content coming out on that one as well. Over the weekend with the Serie A, with the Italian Milan derby there. So there's going to be a lot of chat on that one about that, and other Premier League matches playing this weekend, of course, with the North London derby being numero uno. So make sure you smash a like and subscribe to that channel as well. And don't forget, guys, as always, forever always, come on you Spurs.